when it comes to creating content that connects versus content that converts. So what is content that connects, right? Content that connects refers to content that resonates emotionally and intellectually with your audience, sparking a sense of trust, relatability, and understanding. It's content that aligns with your audience's values, addresses their pain points, and inspires them to take action. When content connects, it goes beyond simply informing. It engages, motivates, and builds meaningful relationships. So if your channels are not growing, chances are is because your content is not connecting. And you can't convert someone to take an action, to become a lead, to become a customer, if you don't first connect with them. So how do we connect with the content that we're creating that will ultimately convert them? Number one, y'all gonna hear me keep saying this, you got to know your audience deeply. As I continue to dive into my target audience, fathers like me, got children, got hopes and dreams of building a legacy, got a wife that needs my time, but also needs me to go out and kill something every day so she can eat, right? So balancing my time with her on a personal and affectionate level with raising my sons and helping them become men, even though they are all over 21, they're grown, but they're still not men, right? So doing all of that work and then running a business, then volunteering at my church, then trying to be a stand-up guy in my community, like all of these things are pulling at me in different directions. Well, guess what? I know you as a man, you have all of these same things pulling at you at different directions. That's why you need a business that's going to work for you with a lot of automation, with some tools and resources, because like Bobby Womack says, you can't be in two places at one time without some systems, tools, and automation. So as I'm diving deep into the pain points and I'm listening to my brothers say, you know, why they're working a job, why they're getting into entrepreneurship, you have to know your audience in order to connect with them. So understand your audience's challenges, desires, and goals by creating detailed personas. Tailor your content to speak directly to their pain points and their aspirations. When you do that, you can then offer opportunities to convert them. So what is the conversion strategy? Use audience-specific lead magnets, i.e. guides, checklists, or templates that offer a solution to their specific problem. Encourage them to opt in by offering valuable resources aligned with their needs, i.e., y'all need to go and join the Fatherpreneur Success Academy right now, CortezHustle.com, right? Because I know as a man, sometimes it's not easy to admit that we could use a little help. If we can't admit it, we certainly ain't going to ask for it, right? Well, by joining the Fatherpreneur Success Academy, you're just automatically in a group full of men who are willing and able to share their struggles, their successes, their wins, their losses, so that you learn from them. So we never have to utter those words, I need help. We just, by default, just start giving help. And if you want to receive it, you can receive it. But there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I would love some help growing my business. And that's what that community is all about. So number one, you got to get to know your customers, man. You got to decide specifically who are you here to serve and what problem are you going to solve and how are you going to solve it. Number two on our list, address pain points directly, right? Don't beat around the bush. Listen, you as a father, you need a system to help you grow your business. You're working way too hard and you're not making enough passive income. And what that's going to do for you is going to lead you to burnout. Ask me how I know. When you burn out, you're going to give up and you're going to say, forget it. I'm just going to stick with this job, this career for the next 20 years and hope I have enough to retire on. No, let me help you build your residual and passive income using systems, right? GorgeousHustle.com. You got to be direct, y'all. Create content that directly speaks to your audience's struggles, offering empathy and practical solutions. Make them feel understood and supported. You guys don't feel felt, right? I know sometimes I'll be on here hollering at y'all, but that's because I love y'all. That's because I want to see you win, right? You got to make your audience feel felt, right? You got to empathize with them. You cannot be antagonistic, right? I know people who that's part of their marketing. Oh, you're broke and you're going to stay broke if you don't do this, that, and the other, right? I believe there's a time to put foot to butt when you're coaching and you're pushing and you're encouraging someone, but you don't know what people are going through and dealing with. So I don't think that's a good approach 100% of the time. 10% of the time, I'm just going to jump all the way down your throat and say, man, listen, what you're doing ain't cutting and you got to do something different. 90% of the time, I want to lead by example. How do you convert using this strategy? Include a strong call to action that leads them to a solution-oriented offer, like a webinar, consultation, where you dive deeper into solving that pain point. Do not be afraid to address the doggone pain, y'all. You are not fulfilled on your job. It makes you money. It keeps a roof over your head. But deep down inside, you're like, I should be making a bigger impact in the world, and I'm not, and I feel like a failure. Come on, man. How many of y'all can relate? See, I be studying y'all, man. I think about y'all problems more than y'all think about y'all problems, because that's what a good entrepreneur does, right? Good entrepreneur is a problem solver. A great entrepreneur is a problem hunter, right? So, number 2, make sure that you address pain points directly. Yo, real quick, before you go, YouTube thinks you should watch